Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. Second down coming up. The numbers for Sanders last week: 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Left side to Lamb. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Throwing is Hurts. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the turn.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 carries, 71 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 36, Burrow dancing to his left. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A first down carry for Barkley. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Barkley will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk...
It's fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for Philly.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. It's caught by Sanders. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On second and goal, Hurts. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitor. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost last week. Actually, not only did they lose, they were shut out, but they've got the lead here right now. Burrow's throw pulled in by Lamb. And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Play action. It's Burrow. Out to his left. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Pretty impressive play. Scrambled out of the pocket. Now, it took some guts to throw that ball because the defender was right there.
Tells you also that his offensive line understands who he is. You don't just get one block on a play. Be prepared for 2 or 3 in order to help keep the play alive, and that allowed for the completion downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards remain for second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Burrow, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Zerline now for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this 3rd quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From midfield now, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch it and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Sliding out of the pocket.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down.
He's back to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Saquon Barkley running right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's, oh no, he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.